For today's video, I'll be talking about 3 of my favorite fragrance notes, and then I'll also be sharing with you 3 fragrances that really display that note well. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So over the years, as I have discovered more and more fragrances that I like, I noticed that I tend to go for certain fragrance notes. And so I decided to share with you all 3 of my favorite fragrance notes right now. I did not include vanilla because I do love vanilla. That is definitely one of my top 3, but I just did a vanilla video, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It is like a full rundown of all my vanilla fragrances. So for that one, you need a snack. This is going to be a lot shorter. So excluding vanilla, I picked my top 3 fragrance notes right now, and we will talk about them, and I'll tell you 3 fragrances from my collection that really just display that note. So let's get into the video. So the first fragrance note that I have is tobacco, and I love tobacco fragrances. I know a lot of women may get a little bit nervous when they see tobacco on a fragrance because they may think it will lean masculine, and I understand that, but I am a person who loves unisex scents. I can wear fragrances that lean a little masculine, but if you are the type of person who likes more feminine fragrances and can't really get down with masculine scents, I still don't think that tobacco should scare you away from certain fragrances. It all kind of depends on how it is blended, what it's mixed with, and all of that. So I have 3 fragrances to share with you. First up is the one that will probably be the most challenging. This is Dior Tabacalore. So this is a beautiful, deep, dark, but sticky sweet tobacco. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, unfortunately, this one is quite heavy, so I feel like I cannot wear it year round. This is more of a fall winter scent for me, so I probably won't be wearing this again anytime soon because I think we're kind of done with our cold weather, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So this is dark, it's deep. The tobacco in this smells quite like pure, almost like fresh, not super smoky. It is a little bit smoky, but it's definitely not a super smoky scent. Like you won't walk around smelling like an ashtray or anything like that. This is more of a pure, sweet, very high quality tobacco smell. Now, I don't like to smoke tobacco or whatever else people do with tobacco, but I love the smell of it, and this one just shows that note so well. And I think this one is beautiful. It's also a beast. This one projects a lot and it lasts a super long time, 10+ hours at least on the skin. So I think it's a really good value. I know these are expensive, but when you look at other niche fragrances, I think this is a really good value because it is super long lasting. It is projecting. And Dior bottles are quite big. So this large bottle, I think this is a 4-ounce bottle. I think when I got it, it retailed for $250. I'm pretty sure it's gone up a little bit by now, like $260 or $265 or something like that. But even that compared to like some of the other niche fragrances, I mean, it's a good deal in my opinion. So anyway, that is Dior Tabacalore. The next fragrance that I have is from Armani Privé, and this is Blue Lazuli. So this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. The bottle is just, look at that bottle, y'all. I love these bottles. Anyway, it's absolutely beautiful fragrance inside. This one has more of tobacco honey scent. However, it is not super heavy. So this one is very interesting to me because I have quite a few tobacco scents. I mean, you're only seeing 3 here, but I have a lot. And sometimes it can be hard to make tobacco wearable all year long, but this is definitely one that I feel like I can wear all year long. This is a very unique tobacco honey scent. There are also some spices in this fragrance that really help to liven this fragrance up. And overall, there's just a transparent feel to this fragrance so that it never feels too heavy, even though it is a tobacco honey scent. This is actually one that I have worn in the summer. I think when I picked it up, it was either the spring or the summer. And yeah, I wore it in the spring, summer. I also wore it in the fall, winter. So this was a really good buy for me, and I feel like it's a really good example of a tobacco scent. So that is Blue Lazuli from Armani Privé. The next fragrance that I have is from the brand Bourjois, and this is Hoja de Cuba. I'm think I'm pronouncing that right, but if I am not, please forgive. Anyway, this fragrance is a little bit hard to find. When I purchased it, it was available in Sephora, but it is not anymore. If I can find it, I will link it down below. But definitely, if you are looking for a starter tobacco scent, especially if you are a woman, you have to try this. It is absolutely beautiful. It's very lightweight, but you can still smell it. This is one that I actually prefer to wear in the summertime because the way it just like rolls off your skin, especially if you're in a place with a little bit of a breeze, it's so good. This one to me does not smell smoky at all. This is more of a like tobacco leaf or a fresh tobacco. So this fragrance is actually inspired by the tobacco fields in Cuba. So I'm sure you guys know that Cuban cigars are like the most famous type of cigar. So that should tell you something about how good this smells. But it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. And I think it's a must try because like I said, it's not super expensive and I really think it's a great starter tobacco. But if you're someone like me who's like really into tobacco, I still really love this fragrance. So that is Hoja de Cuba by Boudoir. The next note that I have is ginger, and I love the smell of ginger. It is absolutely gorgeous to me. I love the spicy, aromatic freshness of it. To me, it just gives me that zingy feel, and I absolutely love that. I love when I cook with ginger. I mean, usually when I'm cooking with ginger, it's because I'm doing one of my HelloFresh meals. But anyway, it smells so good. I love the smell of it on my fingertips when I cut it open. Like, it's just, it's a love for me. But anyway, on to the three fragrances that feature the note of ginger. First up is Nishane Ani. Now, I'm sure y'all knew this was gonna be in here. I try to steer away from talking about fragrances that I always talk about. However, I really feel like the ginger is perfection in this scent. So I felt like I would be doing a disservice if I did not include Ani in this video. So Ani has become popular in the YouTube fragrance world, but it is a very full-bodied scent that is mainly vanilla, but the ginger and the citrus in this really make this fragrance to me. It really helps give it that zing, and to me the ginger in this is so beautiful. It definitely stands out. I still think the vanilla is probably the most prominent note in this fragrance, but that ginger and citrus combination is just amazing. So this is definitely one that if you love the smell of ginger, you should definitely try this. It's not a safe blind buy because I think for some people it can be a little bit too heavy, a little bit too much. But for me, it's perfect, and the ginger in this is unbeatable. I love it. Not to mention, this fragrance is very long lasting. It projects a lot, and for me, it gives me that cloud of fragrance that I absolutely love. I don't have to spray a lot of this, so you can see I don't have a big dent, but I will tell you that every time I've worn this, I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, I couldn't recommend it more. So this is Nishane Ani. The next fragrance that I wanted to mention is from BDK, and this is Passe Soir. So this fragrance is a fruity, zesty, spicy scent. It's absolutely beautiful. So quince is the fruit that is in this fragrance. And then to me, the most prominent spice in this is the ginger. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this is one that, although it's using notes that are probably not that common in like the designer fragrance world, I think that if you are not used to niche fragrances and you like designer fragrances, but you're trying to get into niche, I definitely think this is one you should try, because even though it has, like I said, it has those different kind of notes and it has something in there like ginger and like quince, it's very likable. I don't see many people not liking this. And at the same time, it's still different. It's still unique. I love this fragrance. I think it's perfect for year round, but especially spring, summer. I feel like it just really shines on the skin. Now, performance is not like the greatest on this, but honestly, to me, it's not terrible. I probably can get about 5 hours out of this. So this is typically one that I will carry with me. Like if I'm wearing it throughout the day, I'll take a little decant with me. Or if I'm wearing it at night, then it's typically fine for my entire night. But anyway, if you are interested in trying a ginger fragrance and you don't want something that is too out there, I definitely think you should try this one, Passe Soir from BDK. The next fragrance is the easiest to wear out of all the ginger fragrances that I'm mentioning, and this is from Guerlain. This is part of the Acqua Allegoria line. This is Ginger Picante. So I love this fragrance. To me, this is a beautiful, like transparent, crystallized ginger scent. It's quite refreshing, but also quite energizing and quite relaxing. I love layering this with the Origins Ginseng, I think is their line. I will link that, the lotion that I'm talking about, down below in case I got the name wrong, but I love layering it with that. It just gives me this fresh, awake feeling. I love this one for mornings right out of the shower, especially when it's hot and I don't know what to wear. This is definitely one that I turn to a lot during spring, summer. This is a lighter scent, but you can definitely smell it on yourself. And I've actually gotten compliments on this as well. So I do think it's better suited for spring, summer because of the lightness and airiness of it. But I definitely think you can wear this year round. I wouldn't wear it on a date or anything. To me, this is just more of a daytime, fresh, energizing, fresh out of the shower, running errands type scent. But it's absolutely beautiful and it is very unique. So that is Ginger Picante from Guerlain. So the last note that I have to share is almond. And y'all know I have talked about almond a ton. So I'm sure when I said I was talking about my favorite fragrance notes, I'm sure y'all guessed almond would be in here. I do have an almond video that I did probably about 2 years ago. And then I did another smaller almond video, I think last year. So I will try to link both of those down below or up in the cards. I think it's on this side. I will try to link both of those, but today I'm gonna share 3 almond fragrances with you. So first up is the most simple, and this is from Comptoir Sud Pacifique. This is Eclats des Amandes. So I've had this for a while, and this is honestly one of the fragrances that made me realize how much I loved the almond note in fragrances. It is absolutely gorgeous. To me, this is just more of a plain, creamy almond scent. So it doesn't smell like candy or anything like that. It doesn't smell milky per se, but it smells very like smooth and creamy. Like if you can think about what it means when somebody says like a creamy sandalwood, take that and make it almond. So it's not milky, but it is creamy. Hopefully that makes sense. It is absolutely gorgeous. I know I said it's plain, but that is not in a bad way. I just think this smells very simple, smells very pure and almost clean. I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't wear it that much, honestly, because it's in a tiny bottle and my tiny bottles can tend to get lost in my collection. I mean, not actually lost, but they just don't catch my eye usually as quickly. But this is absolutely a gorgeous scent. And it's a great price. So I think if you're looking to try out an almond scent and you really want to get to know the almond note, this is one you should definitely check out, because I know there are other notes in this fragrance, but when you smell it, it kind of just smells like a singular note almond fragrance. Hopefully that makes sense. But this is Eclats des Amandes from Comptoir Sud Pacifique. The next almond fragrance that I wanted to share is one that I don't talk about too often because it is discontinued and you may be able to find it still. If I can find it, I will link it, but no promises. But I do feel like it just really helps to display the almond note. So I wanted to share it in this video. This is from Valentino and this is Donna Acqua. So this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. The almond note in this is just so like fresh and light, and then it's mixed with pistachio, and to me they kind of just bring each other out. Also, there are some floral notes in this fragrance and you can definitely smell those. But to me, it's mainly about the almond pistachio mix. And then that floral note helps it to not smell so edible. This is a pretty light scent, so I typically will wear this spring, summer, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't wear it very often. Again, I feel like it gets lost in my collection. Plus, I never really talk about it because it is discontinued, but I felt like it was great for this video because it does really display the note of almond really very well. So that is Valentino Donna Acqua. And then the last almond fragrance, I'm sure some of you all guessed would be in here, but I couldn't leave it out. This is Derjoff Italica. And to me, this is probably the best representation of an almond milk fragrance. It is absolutely gorgeous. So the almond in this is quite sweet and it's also like a milky scent. So when I said this one was a creamy almond, this is creamy like in how the smell, the texture of it, right? This one is milky as in actual like almond milk. Does that make sense? It's gorgeous though. The almond in this is mixed with praline, I believe. Either praline or toffee. I can't remember which one. I can't distinguish between the two, but it's mixed with one of those. So this is a sweeter fragrance. It definitely smells quite edible, so it's not gonna be for everybody. And this one is quite sweet. So for a lot of you all, it may be too sweet for spring, summer. But for me, the way that this is done, it kind of has that transparent nature. And so I feel like I can wear this year round. Now, I do tend to gravitate more towards it when it's colder, but I have worn this in hot weather and still loved it the same. So for me, I am so happy that I can wear this year round, but I can't say that would be the case for everybody, because I have heard some people say that it's too cloying and that it smells too much like food. But if you love really edible smelling scents and you love almond and you want it done in a sophisticated, not cheap smelling way, try this. I know it's expensive, but try to get a sample because it is amazing. I love this one. So that is Xerjoff Italica. So those were the 3 fragrance notes and the 9 fragrances that I wanted to share with you all. In the comments below, I would love if you would leave your top 3 fragrance notes and leave 1 fragrance that you think displays that note really well. I think that would be helpful to people who are looking to kind of explore different fragrance notes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you are not already subscribed and you made it this far in the video, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Please press the notification bell so that you don't miss videos from me. I typically upload 3 days a week on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so you do not want to miss out on that. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do that now. I really love to converse with you all over there, and I like to share little tidbits of my life, and it's just a quicker interaction over there than it is over here on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.